Hello, Raj. Thank you for being here, uh, for being starting this series of events. For everybody watching, I think Raj is currently the co-founder and partner at Ingenus Pharmaceuticals. And without further ado, I'll let you start, Raj.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Ian. And hello, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well in Wisconsin. Yeah, it's a great pleasure for me to talk to you folks and tell a little bit about myself and what I do and how I ended up in this country. And then we could talk about what fun stuff you will be going to do as you go into your colleges and then go into your careers and things like that. So when I was in high school, I had absolutely no clue what I was going to become. Because I'm coming from a country where yeah most of our decisions are influenced by our parents. The parents say, hey, you study this and I think it's going to be good for you. So my parents wanted me to become a doctor, and I was looking into that, and I said, okay, if that's what it is, then I will focus more on how to become a doctor. Okay, so once I graduated from high school, and especially when you're in high school, I think it is the most critical phase of any student who are studying in high school, because from here you will be entering into the colleges, which is going to be a little more serious stuff, more competitive, more challenging, but colleges are more fun also. You can look at both things. You could work hard, but you could also have a lot of fun in college. But you have to have a balance between working hard versus having fun. I always believe that you need to balance these things out, because otherwise what's going to happen is if you just work hard and study, then it's going to kind of become a little monotonous, and then yeah, you wouldn't be really enjoying what you're doing. But if you balance this with some sports, some friends, some outings, but take studies seriously is going to be a real challenging. But whoever is taking their career, their studies seriously are the ones who really work hard, and they are the ones, they know how to balance their studies versus their social life. And it's very important to be able to go out and enjoy, but also very important to study, because the life ahead is going to be very challenging, and then there will be more responsibilities. Until high school, things are different. You know, you go to school. You play. I don't know. Most of them play soccer, basketball. All those things are good things, because we learn how to play with different people. The team dynamics is very important. We know how to share. We know how to be a team member, and working in team environment is very important, because when you go into college, these things really help the students do really well, because then they will be working with their fellow classmates. They may be doing some projects together. Being a team player is definitely going to be a good thing because individually we can only do so much. But when you join forces with your friends, your buddies, then you can achieve or accomplish a lot of things. So, and when you finish your college and when you're going into your jobs, and even in the jobs also, there's a lot of emphasis on team dynamics. They make you work with different people, and the more you work in a team environment, the more successful you will become, though. So, so I strongly suggest that working with people is an important aspect for students. You can't just be a loner and try to do things on your own because there's only so much you can. There's only so much you can go. And
Yes.
if you want to go further, then you got to do a lot of these things. Yes, Ian.
What would be a good way to start working with people to practice that? Uh, do you suggest any kind of activity or type of projects to do this?
Yeah, well, the best thing to do is in a college environment, doing projects together. Sometimes there are group projects. It's always better to take on those group projects because then each one of you will take up a responsibility and then cover and based on your skill sets, right? Not everybody is going to be good in everything. Some may be good in writing, some may be good in presenting, some may be good in doing some research. So we have to look at the strengths. Say, for instance, you have four people, you're working together, and then you have to analyze each one of your skills and then figure out what you can do and what the other people can do. And based on that, you divide your projects, and then each one of you guys go and then prepare and then come back and then put everything together. And then based on that, some may be writing the project and some may have done a lot of research and in putting all the information together. But there is someone who may be a good presenter, and then he would get the opportunity to present in front of the class, and the results from those are really going to be phenomenal. Though I really think that working with the team, flexibility is very important. We need to be flexible when you're working in a team environment, and then you just need to look after each other. Some may be good at something, some may not be good at something, but it's okay. As long as the team comes out as a winner, that's all that matters, right? If you watch a game, not every player in the team is going to be hustling, right? There are some people who are hustling, and there are some people who are passing. There are some people, yeah, who are planning, and that's how the game. And whoever does that really good are going to win a Super Bowl or an NBA basketball. All this. And if you see the players how they are working together, you see how well they coordinate themselves. The harmony should be there, and the alignment should be there. It's not that I do it or I want to do everything. That's not going to help. It has to be who can do this better versus who can make the other person do better is really going to help in the team environment, though. Hope I was able to answer it, Ian, but a little more in detail. But if you want me to be a little more crisper, I can probably do that. But I thought for students, I want them to be understanding that it is very important to be able to work together and be flexible and be in harmony with each other, though. That
Sure.
is the
Great.
strength. That is the strength.
Just another question to follow up that. Do you think it's better to always try to work with the same people, or to like try to on purposely every time work with different groups?
I think working with different people is really going to be good because you learn from each other, right? You know, if you're working with the same people after a few projects, then yeah, you may be doing it good, you know, the dynamics and you're doing it. But I don't know, the learning is going to stop because you learn from each other in those projects and then what next, right? But if you go and then mix with other people, then there's more room for learning from other people. And diversification always helps, even in the business world. The companies which are doing or which are differentiating themselves from the other companies are the ones who really go out and do different things,
Mm.
and then they learn different things, you know, and then that's how they really create value for the organization, though. So
Great.
coming back to high school, like I said, you know, my parents wanted me to become a doctor. I tried to become a doctor. Unfortunately, I failed in getting into medical school, and then I said, "What's next for me?" I wanted to be in the healthcare. Then I saw this pharmacy program, and then I thought that may be better. It's not being a doctor, but at least it will be with a healthcare industry where I will be able to working with medicines or help people with the medicines, you know, teach them what is good and all that. Then I eventually became a pharmacist, and I always wanted to do something good as a career ambition, right? Because in India, after graduation, what's next? Then I said I'll go to a grad school. I did my grad program, and then I thought going to US might be a good opportunity for me because I can learn more newer technologies, more newer things because US was more ahead in those. So I came to this country almost 36 years ago. I went to school in New York. I went to Brooklyn College of Pharmacy. I did another master's in industrial pharmacy, and then I started working in a pharmaceutical industry. My interest was to work in a pharmaceutical industry and develop medicines for people. And that's how I built my career. I worked in smaller companies and I worked in a big company. One of the biggest companies that I worked in a company called Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. I'm sure you all know who Pfizer Pharmaceuticals company is. It's one of the top pharmaceutical company. When I joined that company, they were making a product called Lipitor, which was used for cholesterol. That was one of the top medicines any company in the world that could market. The sales were like about $14 billion. So I got exposure working in a company like that, right? So then I kept doing projects. I was very passionate. I was working with different people. I did different projects, and then I kept on moving forward. Then after several years, then I said, what should be the next thing that I need to do? Then I always wanted to become an entrepreneur because entrepreneur is where you get a chance to create value to the community, to the business world. I always feel that there is a difference between doing business versus becoming an entrepreneur, right? A businessman always likes to make money for himself and for his family, but an entrepreneur goes out and then he creates value, not for himself, but he's creating value for people. He would employ several people. He creates opportunities for people to work, and then create the businesses. So all these big businesses that you see, you hear about Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or Bill Gates. They've created huge businesses, and they are the entrepreneurs because of their hard work. Millions of people have benefited, right? So when you're in high school, if you think in that line, what should I be doing when I go to college? What should I be doing when I go to work? And what should I be doing when I become a responsible citizen? And these things really play an important role in everybody's life. And the people who think about all these are the people who really go out and then succeed, and then they create huge value for the humankind, though. Okay, but again, not everybody can become an entrepreneur, or not everybody can become that successful, but everybody has a potential to do it. Every one of the high school students, they have inbuilt potential to do well in school, do well in sports, do well in their social life, and do well in college. But you need to believe in your potential, and you need to have faith that yes, I can do that, right? So you always work with a goal in your mind that my end goal is eventually when I am 50 years old, my purpose is what am I going to give to this community, to the people around me? And that is the most important thing. It may be a little complicated to think about this at this young age, because this age is when, yeah, you guys want to, not worry about anything, just study, have fun. But I think the mindset, yeah, as you mature, the mindset keeps going towards that side, and but it's okay. You don't have to be all that entrepreneur like, but as long as you take your work seriously, as long as you acquire knowledge, again, I tell everybody, is the most powerful thing that anybody could achieve, because knowledge is power. Because if you read, if you learn, if you see and learn, that is going to help you, because it's going to bring you awareness. The more awareness you have, the more knowledgeable you will become. And the more knowledgeable you are, the more confident you will become. And the more confident you are, the more easy it is for you to do your task. No task is a difficult task if you guys work hard and you learn and you achieve that knowledge. Any difficult project given to you, it will be like a piece of cake for you, because you know how to crack it, because you study, you learn, and you apply those things. And some people don't take the knowledge seriously, but they focus more on other things, and they never become knowledgeable. And then the ignorance is something, is going to make us become just like a mediocre, average people, because they didn't go after knowledge. They didn't go after learning. They didn't work hard because I'm sure you guys know what grit is, right? What grinding is, right? When you grind or when you work hard, diamonds are made to shine and they are made to hard because they go through the grinding process. The more grinding it goes through, the more shinier it becomes, right? It's the same thing with humans. The more hard work
Mm.
they put in, the more knowledgeable they become, the more successful they become. And when they are more successful, then they get more beneficial to the society and to the world. So one thing I suggest everybody is balance your things out. Work hard, enjoy when you enjoy, but when it comes to exams, when it comes to learning, yeah, take those things serious. Don't take it for granted that, yeah, it's okay. I can learn maybe in my second year or maybe in the third year, but before you realize you will be a senior and the time has passed by. The time is behind and you cannot go backwards. You cannot rewind something that you already went ahead, and that is the biggest loss anyone can have. And I always say that use your time most efficiently. Anything that you do, it has to be done in an efficient manner. Anything that you do has to create value or add value. Could be personal relationships with friends, even like friendship. You have a good friend, spend some quality time in it, and then add value to the friendship so that your friend trusts you as a good friend, because that's going to take you a very long way, because these are the people who are going to be there when you need them. So that is very important. Any questions, Ian? I can talk about
I w-
before we continue.
okay. I was thinking maybe you think about some things, some activities that one may do in which your effort or your efficiency works best. Maybe there are some activities. You said something about working really hard. So are there areas in which it might be more important than others to work hard rather than just working hard? Just asking.
Yeah, yeah. So working hard is one thing, and then working smart is another thing. So I'm sure you must have heard about it, right?
Yeah.
So there is something called prioritization, right? We need to be able to prioritize our tasks. So, so if you have 10 tasks with you, so you need to know which task you want to achieve. So which is the most valuable task that you need to achieve quickly? And for that, you need to have that awareness and you need to have that knowledge. So when you look at these 10 tasks, you will look at it, hey, if I accomplish this, this is going to get me 10x value. The second one, if I accomplish this, I'm only getting a 2x value, right? So I'd rather do the 10x value first. So I'm going to focus on the 10x value thing and then I accomplish that. Then I go and then prioritize what's next and maybe an 8x value. Let's do that. So if you do that, you can accomplish everything, but you can create more value. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So the prioritization. So we say in the business world, they always say that project management and prioritization, right? So project management is where you need to know how to manage project because the project has different moving pieces, right? And you need to know which one should be addressed first. And the critical path is how soon you can get to your goal point, or how soon you can get to your end point. And the project management is going to help you accomplishing those tasks. And this is where the prioritization is going to help you. So project management, prioritization goes hand in hand. So just don't work hard without uh, any aim or without any priorities, right? So look at what you have and then prioritize and then put more efforts where more efforts is needed. You don't need to put a lot of effort for a smaller task because you could just move it with your pinky. You don't need to you don't need to push it hard for something that you could just like, you know, just lift it like that, right? So that's if you understand that, then it's going to really help the people in working hard, but then prioritizing and getting the most value out of your task.
No. Okay, great. Thank you. No more questions
Okay.
from me.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, go ahead.
no, no. And if anybody wants to ask something, but if not, I think you can continue.
Should I proceed?
Yes, proceed.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'll talk a little bit about opportunities that are out there in the world, which we don't know it when we don't pursue it, right? So same thing, colleges, right? You need to know what you want to do when you are entering into your junior year, or by the time you're a senior, you need to know whether you want to become a computer engineer, you want to become a doctor, or you want to become a pharmacist, you want to become an engineer. Nowadays, the technology has advanced so much, and everybody is talking about artificial intelligence, data analytics, big data, machine learning, automation. So what makes you happy is what you need to do, right? Right. And I want to go back in my country when I said parents have some influence in what the student should pick or not pick, right? Over there, some of the times the downside of that is the parent may want their children to become a doctor, but he may want to become an athlete. Okay, but if he's listening to the parents, he's going to go and become a doctor. But I don't know if he's going to be that happy because he always wanted to become an athlete. When I came to this country, and by the way, I have two children who have done their high schools and they've done their colleges. Now both of them are working. I have a 30-year-old girl who went to Rutgers, and she did her bachelor's in communications and media. I wanted her to become a doctor, but because I lived in this country enough, I realized one thing, that I'm not going to force her or influence her to go in the healthcare or become a pharmacist or become a doctor. I talked to her. These may be good, but I said, what do you want to become? And she said, Dad, I'm going to be happy if I go and make movies, right? And she always wanted to go to Hollywood, and then she wanted to be that. So as a parent, what I said, I'm with you. I'm going to support you all the way. So I said, you go and do what makes you happy. So she joined the School of communications and media. And then she did her internships at Fox. And then she went to California, LA, California. She did her internship at 20th Century Fox. And after graduating, she got a job there. And now she's working for Disney. And she's happily making movies for Hulu. Yeah, she works for the head of the movie division. And when I talk to her, and when I think if I had made her become a doctor, I would be regretting now because I would have made an unhappy doctor, right? So she's so happy that and she's really doing well. That's why we need to let people do what they like to do. And same thing in the profession. Different professions are good. Computer engineering is good. AI is good. Medicines is good. But what do you want to do as a person, right? Because that's your decision what you want to do, and you can do that passionately, and you can create your opportunities in those areas, and still you will be successful if you have that passion, right? They say that if you dream something very strong, you can manifest your dream, right? You can make it real. Do you guys believe in dreams becoming real? But they do, though. For some people, they did. And in my experience, it did. I've dreamt few things, and then I manifested them. But the manifestation is only possible with a lot of hard work, with a lot of passion, a lot of perseverance and patience. We cannot give up if a challenge comes. There's always challenges, right? When you're swimming in an ocean, it's not going to be an easy target. Sometimes the ocean can be rough, but if you don't give up, then you can make progress. Some people give up, and when you start giving up, then I don't think you will be able to manifest. So the people who knows how to manifest are the people they don't give up. They are very patient, and they are very persistent about what they want to accomplish, and they will do it. So, and that's something I suggest each one of these high school students that believe in yourself, believe in your potential. You can do the magic, right? I'm sure you guys heard the song, "We Can Do Magic." It's possible. It is possible. So you need to have that kind of passion, though. So there are several fields that are out there that you could explore: healthcare, technology. So you also awareness by learning through news, or you're looking at nowadays social media is so much. People catch a lot of things from social media. Some people want to become actors. Some people want to become a sports person. Some people want to become a businessman. Some people want to become a mechanic. That's his passion, right? There's nothing wrong in in that. I've seen some people who didn't want to go to college and become a doctor because they wanted to become an automobile engineer because they want to make cars, and they enjoy doing those engineering things, and those are the people they really do good when they go out in these automobile industries. And nowadays so much of advances are happening with the AI and technology, self-driving car, you name it. You'll probably see flying cars too. Yeah. So people can do what they like to do, and I would say that they should do what makes them happy, not what it makes their parents happy or it makes their friends happy. You need to do what makes you happy because it is you, It's all about you, and you need to have that confidence. You need to have that faith in your ability that yes, someday I'm going to make this happen. Someday I want to become an Olympic athlete. I'm going to get a gold medal. And people have done it. And it's only possible with passion. Okay. And that's about manifestation. And also, they say that when you are very passionate and you try to work toward your goal or your desires, the universe has certain forces that makes things work for you, because the universe is going to appreciate that you want to do something good, and you're very genuine in putting those efforts, right? You are truly genuine about what you want to do, and you want to create value. And as you are working towards it, your goal is coming towards you. So that means you're going to reach towards your goal quicker. You'll be able to manifest quicker than than later. So sometimes the nature and the universe can do a lot of wonders. I write a lot of these things on LinkedIn and on Facebook, on Instagram, because I want to motivate people. I want to engage people, and I want to write about what problems I had and how I overcome, because somebody may be going through the same problem and they can relate to the problems, and then they know how to overcome those things. So, and this is very important. So it's life is really magical if you want to make it magical. And I suggest that we should really make our life more meaningful by doing value added things. So, any questions? Any questions, Mariana? Okay.
Okay. Um, well, I was thinking, what do you think if someone doesn't know what they like doing, or what would be a field that they would be happy working in? What if they are at their senior year and they don't
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So what we're doing, Ian, here is I'm working with NG State Department of Labor, and we have some projects. So from life sciences industry, I'm one of the champions here. So what we are doing is we're trying to mentor some students, right? So the team has some professors in there, some industry people with a lot of experience, and they can talk to students and help them pick the right profession, again based on their skill sets and based on their interests. And that is very important. Having, I don't know if Wisconsin has, I'm sure you guys have these programs. If you're doing this boost program to help students, to motivate them and to engage them, I'm sure there will be a mentoring program where you can probably ask some experienced people to volunteer some time and mentor these kids who want some guidance from them. Okay. But again, they need to keep their ears open, eyes open, and then they need to constantly be aware of how things are changing in the business world. In the future, like 10 years from now, we may be completely in a different world. You know, when I came to this country, we didn't had even cell phones. You know, we used to use public phones or or phones in the house, but there were no mobile phones, there were no smartphones, there was no internet. Uh, so what are we going to do? I mean, absolutely nothing, right? So we would go to college, come home. Even the TV was there, but those programs were outdated programs. But that's how we used to pick up some knowledge. But now the kids are very fortunate. The social media has so much of content, but this is where we have to be very careful. The students need to pick up the good content. There's a lot of good content that helps students to pick the right career, meaning they need to look for those content because again, the AI and through artificial intelligence and these algorithms, the social media can pick up your interest. What you're seeing is what you're going to be getting on your phone, right? So if you're seeing garbage, then you're probably going to be seeing more of garbage. But if you're seeing some good stuff, which is going to help you with your career, which is going to motivate you, or which is going to mentor you, then you're going to see more of those things. You can talk to parents and take their suggestions. It's fine. You can talk to your teachers. Teachers are good mentors, but don't assume things on your own because life is very valuable and we can't miss an opportunity by being ignorant though. So that's something you can look into it in mentoring. You may have it already, I'm sure
Yes.
you may have it, but that is a great program where the high school seniors can talk to these experienced people one on one and then ask them questions. Hey, I'm good in math. What do you think I should be looking at? Which subject or which major I should be taking? Or I'm good in computer programming, or I like to do this. So, and they can guide you. But I always suggest that always try to be ahead in your game because these things are changing so fast. So we always need to update ourselves, right? The phones keep on updating, iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we are at iPhone 15, right? Every time a new phone is coming with a new feature, right? It's the same thing. The business world, the carriers are changing so fast. And this is where our knowledge and awareness is going to help. And we constantly update our skill sets. Yeah, we need to strengthen our skills, sharpen our skills so that we can compete in the business world and be able to secure good jobs, do well and progress. Progression is something very important for everybody. You don't want to be at one place all the time. You need to make progress. You need to, yeah, you need to go from high school progression, meaning you need to go to college. From college, you need to go to grad school, do an MBA, find a job, get promoted, become a director, become a VP, become a president. And that's the progression. You can be a scientist the rest of your life, right? And the progression comes with, like I said in the beginning, hard work and focus and sense of urgency and efficiencies, performance. All these are the keywords that really help people. But high school, to me, is the most critical phase, and you will be going into the fun zone, which is really good. It's a lot of fun going to college, but then there are some some challenges, you should be able to deal with them with grace and with effort, and so that you would be a matured adult going into the business world, and then you will become a good citizen. Everybody is expected to become a good citizen because that's what the humans are supposed to be doing. I always say that there's a big difference between animals and human beings because human beings are the most intelligent um, um, beings in this entire universe. God made us smart, but if we don't use our knowledge, our abilities, then it's going to go waste, right? You need to polish our skill set.
Thank you for your answers, Raj. I think Aisha has a question.
I do. So before you talked about how you weren't able to get into med school. So with something like that, with challenges like that, how were you able to overcome it and not lose your resilience when it came to your career?
Yeah. So what happened? The med school. I tried once because we have a similar thing like MCATs in India. I did that. I didn't make it the first time, but the second time I studied so hard. I worked so hard. I made it, but unfortunately, what happened at that time, the university changed certain criterias, and and that impacted my getting into the college. And then we had to go through some legal battles. My dad is a lawyer, so he went through that. But I have to continue my college. So I have decided to change my career to pharmacy. And then when I was in the third year of pharmacy, the medical school came and they said that they can offer me uh, admission into medical school. But by that time, I was already 3 years ahead, and my plans have changed, and then I wanted to move to US and then go to higher studies and wanted to make medicines and also so things have changed, and the time has lost already, and I didn't want to go back and start all over again, right? At least to me, the satisfaction is I was able to accomplish a seed, but I denied it. I didn't go. But now, when I think, sometimes your destiny and your karma, these are all again big words. I'm sure you guys will understand. The karma is the actions that we do, meaning whether we do good things or bad things, it is going to impact us, right? So if you're doing, they say that if you're doing good things, it's going to impact you positively. But if someone is doing bad things, then someday what goes around comes around, right? So I thought maybe in my destiny, becoming a doctor was not written because I tried so hard. But I became a pharmacist, then I became an entrepreneur, which I wouldn't have accomplished whatever I have accomplished coming to this country in the last 36 years. Yeah, I was able to start a company, which is right now, it's a company which employs 400 employees. We make medicines for the US market, and we have about 100 products in the market. And all these accomplishments came with a lot of hard work and with a lot of patience. But then again, what I'm saying is sometimes if things don't happen, and there's always a good reason why it's not happening, right? Maybe there is something better is written for you. And in my case, I could relate to that. I would have become a doctor, if I had gone back 3 years, then I would have been in India, a happy doctor, but I wouldn't have become an entrepreneur, establish a company, and then serve the humanity with good medicines in the United States. So I hope I was able to um, put some clarity in there. Yeah, I tried, just that the age is going to go right forward. The time is going forwards. You can be going backwards. Okay. And at that time, I didn't want to go backwards because I already changed my plans. And then I was pretty sure about what I wanted to do because I was already in the pharmacy school. I finished 3 years. I was going to graduate and then I was going to come to US. I went to school here. I got another two grad degrees. I have three masters, one master's in pharmacy, another master's in industrial pharmacy. Then I went to business school. I got an MBA, a lot of schooling. But did it help me? I think it helped me because, like I said, it's the knowledge, right? In order for you to make medicines, you need a lot of knowledge and a lot of hard work goes into that. And everybody will get there when they put in a lot of effort. But for some reason, if it's not happening, you have a certain time zone. Don't give up in that time zone, but you can be trying and trying and trying for 10 years and 15 years, right? Then you're losing your valuable time. You need to be able to quickly shift your focus and take what is best for you and run with it, right? Because the universe has so many opportunities that you can avail, and it's up to you how you want to get to those stuff.
Great, Raj. Thank you very much. We have just a few minutes left, unless you want to add something up.
No, I think I covered the things that I wanted
Yeah,
to cover. I really talked about hard work, and I kept saying the same thing and again because I want that to kind of go into their thing that there's no substitute to your hard work. You can do it. Anything. You can do anything. Anyone can do anything as long as they're sincere about their efforts, and things will happen. But sometimes if a thing is not happening, it's okay because it's probably not meant for you. You quickly shift. Yeah, in the business also sometimes we start a business and we want to do a product. For some reason, the product fails. We're not going to go after that again. We quickly change the strategy and then we shift our focus and then we come out with a much better product, which is going to bring more value to the company, though. That's all I have to say. Ian, I hope I was able to make some sense. I wish all the high school students all the very best, nothing but the best. There is the world out there. Just go and conquer it. You guys have to rule the world.
thank you, Raj. This was really valuable. I hope everybody listens to this to your speech after today. Uh, Nothing else to say to you, but thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Cheers. Yeah. Bye bye.